Everyone's gone off and Joe's gone in the lead. People keep putting me off. Technical just overtaken either. YOLO.
Somebody's standing still in the middle of a fucking corner.
That's sensational.
What a time from Paul. The Scots in the wet prove that they have got the pace, and Paul has really started to up the ante.
Welcome along everyone, it's the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, one of the massive dates on the calendar of British sport. It's an all-Scottish front row. Paul on pole for the first time this season, off the back of 2 straight podiums. What can he do? Could this be his first win in 6 seasons? Lights down, away we go at Silverstone. Paul, is he off the line well? He's right on board now, into turn 1, it's Paul leading the way, not been a long time, he gets on the way first, and sensibly so, to the Vettel, is through up into the lead, contact, huge contact there, and now, oh, he comes up, into the first corner, it's Paul, oh, what a shame, moments ago, we were speaking out about a potential victory, and straight away, it's gone up in smoke here at the British Grand Prix. Brandon was away and gone. I think it was contact there with Dom. Is it Dom in the Williams or is it Martin? I think it's Dom. Yeah, it must be Dom. It is Dom. Yeah, I think he made contact with Dom in the exit of turn 1, and then Chris Johnson came alongside the sliding Paul and he made contact with him as well. All a big racing incident if you ask me. You get that a lot at Silverstone in those fast racing corners, and it's a disaster for the World Championship leader and your pole sitter. They're at the back of the pack in 8th and 9th, and Martin will be rubbing his hands with glee at the sight of that. But at the moment it's still Bartlett out front, and he's actually beginning to stretch his advantage now over Chris Johnson. He's driving really well, the Red Bull driver, looking for a second win of the season. It would be a fantastic result for him and the team. Like, I have to be fair, there's been so many problems in the Red Bull Champ, way down in the Constructors' Championship. In qualifying, racing each other in qualifying seconds. It's Bartlett putting it all behind him at the moment, and brilliantly leading this Grand Prix. And at the moment, beautifully, but it has to remember, you have to keep, because pretty soon, at the end of this Grand Prix, expect Martin to be there. Chris Johnson is now 3 in second. Joe struggling a bit and falling back. And there's quite a train forming behind him. Look at that. Joe, Martin and Paul, the flying Scotsman, is absolutely on a charge here. As they hit the brakes for Stoll, well, we see Joe in this lap. Oh, look at that, he does fit. Oh, does he? No, he doesn't, he dives away. And Paul comes in, there we go. Well, there it is. Good team up from Ferrari. Joe was thinking about it, he was going to tip. I think he did that to try and bluff Martin as well. And in the end, Paul was the only man in. We've got, is that Dom Smith coming in, or is that McLaren coming in? McLaren mechanics, I believe, out as well. Yes, Chris Johnson's in. Bartlett carries on. That's an interesting decision. And Joe does not pit, he carries on again. Martin is disgusted and has had enough of those friends, and he's in the pit. Has he left it too late? Did he come in the lap before? Quite possibly. I think he should have been in the lap before, especially when you consider this driver still out there in the auction. The race car this weekend. Hands down, Martin is in the pit. We're looking out for Paul from my commentary box window. He's in the final few corners now as Martin heads down the pit lane. Coming past now down the pit straight. Oh, who is it? I'm trying to pick it up. Paul going through turn 1, through Abbey, and up into 4th place. He's made the jump on Martin, the Scotsman, up into 4th with 5 to go. But can he hold on? He has made the move on Martin. Absolutely flying here. What a great this could be for Petler, especially if he beats the championship leader. And in fact, he's pulling alongside the championship leader. Petler sweeping round the outside, and it's through. I'm not sure what was going on there. Maybe a bit of lag, but Petler is up into 7th place. We'll be trying right on board with the scrap that is developing here for what is that? We're running on board with Joe. He said he was under pressure, and he really is under pressure. Look at that. Petrolhead is right with him now. This has been a storming drive from Petrolhead. He's not at the pace.
to be said, are a lot of races this weekend, but now he's hunting down Petrohead in the closing moments of this Grand Prix. Joe, sorry, in the closing race, but we're going to ride on both advances to the finish here. As Petrohead tries to make a move before the end of the lap. I don't think it's going to happen, but we ride on board with Bartlett now. He's in the final few corners now. The Scotsman, he's won once already this year. He's about to make it two. He rounds the final corner, and the Red Bull driver has won the British Grand Prix. It's 2 wins this season for him. Can he now get into a championship fight? Chris is second, Martin will be home third. Paul, disappointed probably with 4, but Joe and Petrohead are still scrapping it out for 5th and 6th. Bartlett in Silverstone, a second win of the season for the Red Bull driver. And Chris Johnson coming home second to build a 13-point lead over Don Smith at the top of the standings. Martin, disappointed probably with 3rd place for Williams. Mr. John, look at that! Look at that from Mr. John, he popped it up into 3rd! Wow, wait! The McLaren boys in the garage don't know whether to laugh or cry. This is unbelievable. Who we got out there on the lap at the end then? Chris Johnson, he's all the way down in 6th, the championship leader. In the final corner, is he about to improve that? A little touch of the gravel, and it does make him improve to a 16.9, but it keeps him in 6th place. And the 2 championship rivals will be next to each other in the grid, and it's not at the front, it's 6th and 7th place. Just to give you an idea of how unpredictable TGP2 is this season. We've got Joe in the final few corners of the lap then. Is he about to spring another surprise and put that Ferrari a little bit further up? In the final corner, up to the line, no improvement. But it is Martin who takes pole position, unsurprisingly. The one element that's been unsurprising this weekend is he is on top for Williams by 0.3 of a second. I'm fighting for pole position! You're down in the bottom 6!
Quote of the year.
German Grand Prix. Lights out, away we go in Germany, and off the grid is Martin from pole position. Will he lead down into the first corner? He gets Paul in 2nd place, challenging him on the way in, but it's still Martin leading the way. Any action behind? Relatively clean start to this race. Martin leads it, but he's got the flying Scotsman Paul sweeping round the outside into turn 2. Is he going to pull it off? He's going to have the inside. Wow! What a round that could be! They're going to go side by side down the straight. Paul nearly pulling off an unbelievable move on Martin there. The Red Bull vehicle on the prime tyre. I don't care what tyre you're on. If he made that stick, that would have been some move. They go side by side almost. Onto the brake. Martin is holding everybody up here. Whoa! We got a spin. And for Paul, the 2 Ferraris have collided. 2 Ferraris colliding there. Alright, okay, sorry, I thought it was 2 Ferraris. Unbelievable. Paul with the 2nd successive race has after been ruined at the start. A disaster. He looked like he was about to take the lead from Martin, pulling off a stunning move at turn 2. He didn't quite have the legs down the straight to pull it off, and in the end, he was clouted from behind and ends up all the way down the field. A disaster for the Scotsman, but it's Martin leading at the front with Joe brilliantly up into 2nd place, and let's face it, teammates or not, he will be happy to finally get the better of his teammate here today. Surely that's what's going to happen here. What a thrilling start to this race. And Bartlett all the while is closing up. Look at that, almost up the inside there on the entrance to the stadium section. Joe had a huge lock up in front and nearly went off the track, and look, he's all over the back room. Look at that, he's surely going to make the move. Joe is all over the road at the moment. Round the outside into the penultimate corner, into the final, and Chris Johnson squeezed out, and now all Bartlett in. Almost let him in there. Unbelievably close there. The Ferrari, the Mercedes, and the Red Bull are going absolutely crazy here. Chris Johnson is all over the back of the Ferrari. He's sawing through the gearbox. He's that close. Look at that, the front wing on that Mercedes is sawing through the gearbox of that Ferrari. He's right with him now. Joe is way too deep into that corner. And now look, there's a massive train falling behind him. Chris Johnson has the DRS. He has the Mercedes engine. He has the straight line speed. And Joe defends to the inside. That was late, but Chris Johnson doesn't care. He swings to the outside. Buttons up the inside. Oh! Contact! 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 Joe into the side of Chris Johnson. I think Bartlett was okay there. I didn't know if he made contact. We'll wait and see. Bartlett went up the inside of the pair of them. And Joe into the side of Chris Johnson. Bartlett takes the pair of them in the one move there. It wasn't obviously as he planned it. He wanted to make it look a lot nicer than that. But the contact that went on with Joe and Chris. Well, and look how the Ferrari's going at it. Paul is easily making his way up to the field here. He's going round the outside of his teammate. He's going round the outside of his teammate. He's done it. Paul up into third place. It's unbelievable. What a move right round the outside of the traction truck. This is breathtaking stuff here. Martin's out the front. Bartlett's now second. Paul is now third. What a thrilling fight. Joe is in fourth, and there was more side-by-side action for fifth place in this Grand Prix. And Chris Johnson is dropping like a stone. Tom Smith now up into fifth place, and Chris Johnson is behind his championship rival. Paul is on the move, trying to make the move in Bartlett. The two Scotsmen are going at it here. Look at this. 5 cars virtually all racing one another here at Hockenheim. This is brilliant stuff. Bartlett second, Paul third, Joe fourth. Fifth position, Tom Smith, and then Chris Johnson, who's gone basically to the back of the pack from the front. Absolutely thrilling stuff here. On the first lap out of 17, I'm losing my breath already. If this was ITV, we'd have had a break long ago, it has to be said. Round the final corner they go, up to the line, Bartlett second, Paul third as they cross the line. Can Paul make a move in his fellow countrymen through the first corner? They both run extremely wide there. Everyone almost running off the track there. As Paul has the DRS onto the brake, and Paul is up the inside of Joe. Joe makes the move set, Francis, and Paul is through as well. Paul on Bartlett. Did he just go round the outside? No wait, yes he did, I think he did. No way. I'm busy watching the fight behind, and now they're strapping again. Bartlett up the inside of Paul once more. Makes the move set. Paul breaks way. There's side-by-side action behind that as well. Bartlett runs right on the exit. Paul, right behind him, is now going to make the move. He's almost 3 abreast behind that as well. Paul up into second place. He got hit off at the start. He's recovered to take second place back again. And now he makes contact with Bartlett. He tries to go around the wrong way. That was never going to work. And the order is changing corner by corner at the moment. Never mind lap by lap. Paul is up to second. Bartlett is first. And now Dom is up into fourth. What is going on? Jones dropped like a stone to the sixth. And now Chris Johnson's up to fifth. This is absolute madness. Absolute madness. Martin must be wondering what I'm talking about. And there's contact behind. Off goes, who's that? That's Chris Johnson off. Once again, Joe and Chris Johnson make contact in this race. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And one of them is in the pit. I think it's Chris Johnson. Wow. Wow, this is unbelievable. And look, Paul walks up. Bartlett's still right with him. He will have the DRS, surely. Here in Hockenheim, what a race this is. The DRS opening Bartlett. Surely he's not close enough on this lap to have a look. But knowing Bartlett, he can never be quite too sure. He's going to try and attack then. He's almost alongside. Look how much later he was in the break. There was nothing wrong with that. Paul almost too nervous because Bartlett was behind him. He should have been keeping his eyes on the road. He's gone wide and Bartlett is up into second place once more. Even when it doesn't look like an overtake is on, the move gets done here in Hockenheim. Unbelievable. Bartlett up to second, Paul drops to third. I don't know how many times they've changed positions in the last few laps. Martin still leads it. He's on the same tyre, and this is all working into play for him. Everybody in the options is busy fighting one another. And Martin is saying, okay, I'll just pull away, I'll just drive more late, put the options on later, and just drive away from me. Unbelievable. It didn't work in Silverstone for him, but it's working here, an absolute treat. And Bartlett makes the late call to go to the pit. And Paulie Country does as well. And in Bartlett does a Hamilton in the way in. Through the gravel strap and everything, holding Paul up as he does it. And now there's going to be a race in the pit. They've been racing on track, still racing the pit. Option tyres become drained on Bartlett's car. Shame for Paul, the Ferrari Paul, he's left quick enough. And Red Bull stays in front. And finally, am I going to have a breather in this race? Unbelievable. They're in the pits then. Where is he going to be joining all this? And is Dom going to be held by Martin? Is Dom going to be held in the pit because Martin's pitted? I think he might be here. He's okay, he's okay. Did Martin pit there? Did he not? I thought he might have. No, he didn't pit. My bad. I thought he pitted. So what's happening here? Martin's still out there on the front tyre. Obviously Martin's not pitted, he's on the front. Petrohead now, up to second, also on the front. And now the strap will commence once again. I didn't really think I got a breather there. But, and look at that, Dom is now up into first place. He's past Paul. Dom pitted and he's up into fifth past Paul. And now look at this. They're going to go side by side once again. Oh, this could be curtains for the pair of them. On the brakes they go. Dom super late in the brakes. Barton on the inside. Wow! And somehow they don't hit each other. On the exit, Barton's lost all traction. And Dom, unbelievably, he's been slowly making his way up through past these guys. The two Scots that go side by side in the background. Onto the brakes they go. Barton over the curb. Puts his nose in the place. It was always going to disappear at the gap. And very nearly makes contact with Dom. He's absolutely flying at the moment. He's passing Carl left, right and centre. And Dom Smith is up into fourth place in this Grand Prix. And Paul and Barton are continuing their lifelong battle behind. Unbelievable stuff. And Dom runs right across the curb. Paul's up the inside. He takes the place. Barton's going through as well. On the inside. Contact. Dom slides. Almost spins it. And then Joe's going through. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. What a race here in Hockenheim. And there's no action going on. Now it's Barton again racing with Paul. Not for the first the 10th time, but about the 50th time in this Grand Prix. It's only 10 laps through. Down the straight they go once again. DRS open on the Red Bull. Attack closing on the Ferrari. And meanwhile, there's almost a big scrap behind. Barton doesn't quite make the move this time. But Paul's on too deep. Barton back through up into the place. And behind all that, Dom's losing. Well, Dom already losing all the places and trying to take them all back again. Too deep into the corner. Joe is now fifth. Chris Johnson now sixth. Dom is seventh. And if they're not careful, they're going to invite a sixth car into this scrap. Look who's. And look, Joe's going too deep. This Johnson might be out. They make contact. Dom's going to be in on it now. This is absolutely silly. Dom on the inside. He's made it stick on Chris Johnson. But I want to try and go back a lap if we get time to do it. Dom went wide. Paul took him, and then Barton, it has to be said, they did make contact, but it was brilliant, it has to be said from Barton, it was a good move. They just made contact on the exit, and there was nothing either driver could do, and in the end, Dom drew the short straw and dropped place after place after place. And look at this, look who's in the back of them now. Who's that in the back? Mr. John is in the back of them, up into 8th place, from 8th, up into 7th place now, and right with them. Battle started. What I'd love to see, as a neutral, was those three ending up in the scrap with the three behind, which is kind of... And who's gone wide there? We're going to try and pick up. Is that Paul gone wide? Paul gone very wide indeed. He lost that. No, he's not. He's still in position. And he's right with Barton still. He's still right with him though. Chris Johnson has made the move on Joe, unseen by us. He has made a move up the inside of turn 1, I believe, as Paul gets again in the DRS position. He owns the DRS now and is easing his way fast onto the big. Barton will defend that one. He breaks out extremely late, gets it into the corner somehow, but Paul will have the exit speed. He'll be the first man in the throttle, and he's up into second place. And is it finally a done deal between these two? I don't think so. He's Barton's going to try and sweep down the outside. He can't do that one, and Paul covers him off wisely. The Scotsman wants a first podium in 4 races, and you can see why. He's fighting like crazy. Can Chris Johnson get back up to the front of this pack here? The DRS on the Red Bull now is fully open and in operation, and the straight line speed continues to climb and climb as he closes and closes on the back of the Ferrari in front. He's going to try and go down the outside. Paul brilliantly covers it as we got the speed on the exit. They're both on one time. They're going side by side now. Absolutely nip and tuck. Norton has pulled the revolt. Surely up the inside will go Paul, and he bleeds them face. Brilliant driving from the pair of them. And Barton has really taken second place. What a fight between these two. It's been unbelievable all race long. If I was to pick the driver of the day, you'd have me struggling. All of these drivers have been thrilling, but to be honest, for the sake of just the pace of Martin, it has to go to him. He's not been a foot wrong. All these guys deserve some sort of award. for the way they've raced. It's been absolutely brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. What's the line now? Onto the final lap. Martin is cruising now. He's just easing at home, waiting to the fans on this last lap probably. And yep, I said it moments ago, it's all about who is in position on the final lap with the DRS, and it's Paul that's in that position. Surely this is the Lance Stroll taking opportunity. Down the straight now, in the DRS is the Ferrari driver. The other Ferrari isn't quite close enough on Joe, on Chris, sorry, and Paul makes the mistake. He ensures he out the inside. Gets sick, and in fact, and look at that now, overtaken. He's taking the middle of Bastard now. This is getting too close for comfort between them all. As Martin is in the final section of the lap, but we surely can't go away from this fight. And look, they touch wheels. Martin's gone right. That ball, Chris Johnson in. He goes side by side through the right-hander. Paul looks safe in second now. Martin clinging on for dear life then. As into the final corner, Martin wins this incredible race. He was quite like that. It's a fourth win in 5. It's the fourth win of the season for Martin. Unbelievable. As the fight behind is still going on then in the final few corners. It's going to be Paul. He's being Barton. He's going to do it. He's the top shot here this weekend. Paul is second. Barton third. On the line is Chris Johnson. Barely by about an inch from Joe in fifth. Petro in sixth. Dom and John made contact for 6th and 7th, I think. Or the swap places, I don't know. At the finish there, Michael is going to be 9th. What a crazy race.
Paul, you deserved it more than me, but I thought you were a lot quicker than me, Robert.
Just didn't stop fighting. Just didn't stop fighting. We didn't want to give the commentator a break. And in the end, it's Paul who gets second. A third podium in 4 races. Barton continues his good form. He'll be satisfied with third, and that was a great fight. Half a second in it at the end. A 10th, 1/10 between Chris Johnson and Joe, and beating Joe in the end for 4th and 5th. And in fact, had a nibble at Barton before the end of that race. Petrolhead comes home 6th. He'll be delighted to beat Dom Smith, who just again lacked the pace to come home 7th. Mr. John, like a stone there at the end, behind Dom Smith with a penalty, and Michael is 9th. What a thrilling race here in Germany.